off. Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve here beyond the airways, the Infinity Project. But it's also Earth Day. And
Earth
yes,
Day, motherfuckers!
yeah. So I just saw Captain Planet over that one. No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
I thought Captain Planet went up someone's ass. Oh,
Yeah.
he did. Captain Pollutions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I still remember that. I still remember that two-part episode. But anyway, yes, it is also
I
Earth
thought
Day.
that was actually a good episode, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's still. I think that that two-part is my favorite. Period. So.
And it's also Manu Inatrame's birthday
Mm-hmm.
today. And if you don't know who that is, you obviously haven't watched much Voyager.
No. All right.
Cheb.
Oh, okay. Well, well, anyway, it is Thursday night now. Considering it's Earth Day, we think about that, but we basically know what to do. So tonight, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna talk. It's our attention to one episode and our thumbs up Thursday wild card, and tonight we're gonna talk about customer service or lack thereof.
Well, before we do that, though, we're gonna have to.
What about introductions first?
Yeah, that's true. Go for it, sure.
Okay, all right. Let's do this real quick. I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined in line by two of my crazy cohorts. First, we have our resident creator and master, Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
Resident.
Sorry, I don't know where the hell I got that from.
I don't know, but it's all
my
good.
My brain.
We are supposed to have John and B-Button and Joker come on in a little bit, but Joker's going through some shit, and so's John. So
yeah, when they can, they will.
Yeah,
if not,
so
we'll be okay. All right. We also have our resident star child, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello.
don't you
Hi there, everybody.
mean our Resident Evil one?
I don't think she's evil. Oh, I hear doggies. I hear
Her dog's
doggies
on.
in the background. Woof, woof.
Shit.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So anyway, Frodo, why don't you go ahead and take the floor? What you got?
So I want to start off.
Hold on a minute. Is my fan too loud for you guys?
No, we don't even hear it.
I want to start off before we get going on our normal episode and just kind of vent a little bit. Okay. Vent and let loose a little bit of irritation. Today there was an interesting vote in the House that I think everyone needs to take notice of. And that vote was for DC statehood. Yep. Okay. Now, it passed the House along party lines. Personally, and this is my personal opinion, I think DC should have been a state years ago. I really do, because here's the fact of the matter. They have a huge population in DC. I think it's like 3 mil or something like that. Fact check me, Shirley.
Okay. And I do know for a fact that the minimum number of citizens you can have is 60,000. So
50.
Oh, I thought it was 60.
50.
Okay, they must have changed it. Let's see.
No. It's never been changed. That's always been the minimum was 50.
Oh, okay.
But not a big deal because you were only 10K off.
Okay.
But, it just happens.
Okay, this is strange. The population of Washington, D.C. is 692,683 as of 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot higher, but okay.
Okay, now the population of 2020 is 322,000. Let's see. Okay, it's the metro area population. I think they were talking about something to the effect of what's it,
Well, the
692?
entire area.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But still, 600,000 plus is enough to be considered a state. Just like, um, just like Puerto Rico has enough to be considered a state, and yet it's never been.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say this without shame. Okay, I am irritated in general at our government for allowing huge swaths of people to go unrepresented in Congress. Now, when I say unrepresented, I understand that there are representatives and a senator or whatever, but they have no votes. They are not allowed to vote. They cannot vote. They do not vote. As such, I believe that any place that is able to be a state should be a state. And this whole argument about, well, the District of Columbia is just a district, it's not meant to be a state. Bullshit. The District of Columbia is big enough to be a state. And honestly, the people that live there deserve to have fair representation in the way the United States laws are considered. Do you guys agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay, same with Puerto Rico. They deserve equal and fair representation in the way their laws are in the way laws are applied. It's not right in my eyes. But everyone says, well, there's so many people, especially people on the right, that say, oh, it's not supposed to be. Eh, are you stupid? Honestly, are you fucking stupid? Because, you know, you've got hundreds of thousands of people, millions if you include Puerto Rico, who are not even considered when it comes to laws. Check how many are in Puerto Rico. I know it's at least a mill.
Population?
Yeah.
Okay. Population. Oop. Population of Puerto Rico is 2,860,853.
So my point is proven. You've got millions of people who are not getting represented. Honestly, in my eyes, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, there's some things that some people want it to be a state, but there are others who don't.
Yeah, there are. Where do you fall, Shirley?
Well, I mean, I'd be okay with it because think about it this way: Puerto Rico, you do not have to have a passport to go there.
Right.
So, yeah, you do not have to have a passport. So,
But personally, I just think that in this for this country to really thrive, we need to give proper representation to everyone. I don't care where you live. You live in DC, you deserve to have someone you can call on in the US Senate and House to voice your concerns to. You live in Puerto Rico, you should have that same right. you don't have a vote.
Yeah, that's what makes it strange.
It's strange, but it's also wrong in my eyes. Okay, and I understand where other people would say, but why? They've been non-states for so long. Why make them a state? They've not been states for so long because people haven't pushed for it. The last time we had a new state added to the Union was in 1959.
In Hawaii.
And let's see if either of you two remember which state. Yep, Hawaii was the last state added to the Union.
Yeah, Alaska was
That
added.
is well over 70.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Alaska. Yeah, Alaska was first in 1959, and then Hawaii came along a few months later.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
sorry I'm late.
No, you're fine. You're good.
I'm gonna be right back. I got to take care of something, but
Okay.
I will still hear y'all.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I shall taketh care of thee. No. Yeah. Well, anyway. Well, before we go on, I got something. I got another nice little gift today at work. And I don't know if you saw it on my wall, but I got a bouquet of flowers, along with like 6 other people in there. So because it was like it was belated for Administrative Professionals Day yesterday. I think the flowers
Nice.
were supposed to come yesterday, but I mean it's like I haven't even been there 2 months. I've already got a greeting card, a gift card, and flowers.
Very nice.
It just shows to prove that it just goes to prove that I think I found the right place. And you know what? It's like I'll take the cut and pay for it. You know, as long as I'm happy,
Oh yeah.
I'm willing to take a cut because that's what I had to do to get it. But it's like I don't care. I'm going to take the job because I need to work.
Yeah.
So, and I see Lala in the
So
chat room. Hi Lala.
hey Lala. Poe, Tinky Winky, and Dipsy still doing okay? I couldn't resist.
I know. That's fine.
Yeah, I kind of need that levity after tonight's events.
Whoa. Probably let me guess. Not quite you want to talk about that on the show, right?
Well, actually, I could potentially. Might
Okay.
well be in line. Have you gotten to your customer complaint story, or did I
Not
just miss?
No, we were talking about Frodo was talking
We
about
haven't done it yet.
yeah, Frodo was talking about Washington DC and Puerto Rico statehood maybe.
Hmm. It'll be interesting if we gotta add another flag to the
Another
Star
star.
Spangled Banner.
Yeah, because what's going to be strange is how we're going to raise 51
I'm
stars.
sorry, add another star. Yeah.
Because that's going to should make the flag look a little bit weird.
Oh yeah.
Unless they could put like one star like in the middle of all those other ones, so maybe that
It might
might work.
work.
It might
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it'll be odd if that's what winds up happening. Uh, why are they arguing for statehood? Are they just
Well,
overpopulated enough they can't be considered a territory, or?
I mean, District of Columbia, of course, is a district, but
Mm-hmm.
people are saying, well, we should be a state. The thing is, excuse me, they're well over the threshold of the minimum people.
Well, now hold on a minute. I thought the nation's capital wasn't supposed to be in a state.
Well,
I
I
thought
mean,
that was the whole idea of putting it on the border.
yeah, I don't, yeah, but then people are saying, Washington D.C. should be a state. It's like, huh?
I think this is one of those instances where we don't learn from history.
Yeah, seems
As
that
for
way.
Puerto Rico, they arguing some kind of lack of representation in American
Mm,
government or something. What are they
yeah.
arguing?
hmm Lack of representation. That's what Frodo
So,
brought up. So
you share the article?
I know he just talked about it. He didn't have an article.
Well, let's see if I can find one real quick.
Uh,
We wait until he gets back before you tell your story, or that is, we do the one
I guess I
shot,
can
or
go. I guess I can go ahead and do the story right now. But
Just go ahead, you guys.
oh, okay, cool. All right, so let me go backtracking here because I was going. I don't want the Washington population. Okay. Now, we all go to stores or restaurants and, we expect good customer service. About, I would say, 8 times out of 10, you do get decent to great customer service. Because I'll give you a good example. One time I went to, I think it was Logan's Roadhouse with a couple friends. Okay.
Ooh, I like them.
And I had ordered surf and turf. Now, I had now I had gotten the steak, but I noticed that I didn't have the 3 shrimp that was
You
supposed to
got
go
the
with it.
turf, but not the. You got
Surf.
the turf, but not the surf.
Right. So what I did was I calmly notified the waitress. I said, "Ma'am, I ordered the surf and turf, but I'm missing the shrimp." And she said, "You know what? You're right. We'll go check it out." And as it turned out, they did miss the order, so they gave me the dinner for free. Now I did order dessert and I had to pay for it, but that's okay. That wasn't a big deal. But
Yeah, I'm glad to see I was right to like Logan's. Kind of
yeah,
wish there was one in my neck of the woods, but
but it was a good example of customer service. I didn't get upset. I didn't go screaming. It wasn't a Karen. I just, I calmly said, "I think I got a problem." And then another
yeah.
good example was when we had Hot Topic in the Eastdale Mall. Um, I had bought something, but apparently I got charged for something else that I didn't
Ooh,
buy. But it's like, okay, I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna get upset. It's possible because it was a busy day, and it's possible she may have rung it up by accident. So I brought it. So I brought it. I brought the receipt to the store and explained what happened, and they gave me my money back, no problem, because they did realize that
nice.
they did charge me for something I actually didn't buy. So see, that's the examples of good customer service, and there are a lot more than that too. And JJ just joined the chat. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Jage.
Bad customer service would be like, I can use my favorite store. Trying to find something at Walmart, and there's nobody around. You got to go.
Either there's nobody
And the
around.
customer service should be.
Yeah, either there's nobody around, or if someone or you get someone to help you, they walk off while you're trying to find it. And I'll remember this
I've had
one.
that happen to me a few times too.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. There was a situation where they had those gift wrap containers, those
Mm,
big gift wrap containers. Well,
Yeah.
they were on an end cap for $5. Okay. Now, when it rung up, it said 12.97. It's like, no, it was on the end cap for $5. So it should have been $5.
yeah,
But
Right.
I explained to them it was on the end cap for $5. I said, "I'm sorry, but this is how it rung up." That's what the cashier said. I said, "You know what? Forget it." So we went down.
nice.
Yeah, so we went down to Big Lots, got it for $7.99. It's like no problem. And then I filed a complaint, and the manager of that Walmart, which happens to be the one on Ann Street, um, which is the one close to the house, he called me. He said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry for all your trouble. Please, I mean, this may not do too much, but we would like to give you a $20 gift card." It's like, okay,
Thank
I
you.
can accept that. And he said, "Again, I apologize because we should have listened because you were right. That thing should have been $5, not the 12, because it just wasn't fair." And then of course last week, no, I'm sorry, last week, a few days ago, it's my lunch hour. I have 1 hour. Okay, I was thinking, go to the bank, take her, get a little money out because I owe mom some money because not for any games or anything, but it was my cousin's and sister-in-law's birthdays 3 days apart. So
Nice.
so so I'm going there thinking I'm gonna be out of there in 10 minutes because the last time I went there I was out in 10 minutes because there was nobody there. But this time that didn't happen because there was at least two. There were two in front of me. I'm thinking, okay, this will be a problem. But both women ended up taking more than half of the time I was waiting because they were like doing 5, 10 different things at the thing. And there were several people behind me, and they're all waiting too. And here's the worst part:
Yeah.
one teller.
Well, I really hope that's just bad customer service. I mean, like I told you the other day, bank tellers got to eat lunch too. Sometimes they call in sick.
Yeah,
Sometimes stuff happens to them.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, at least if when I used to work at Dollar Tree, if someone got sick, it's like, can you come in and fill in? It's like, yeah, I'll come in, no problem.
Yeah.
And but I mean, honestly, because they could have had at least two windows open, that could have sped everything up.
Yeah.
So I sent out a message to Regions Bank. Yes, that's my bank. I'll go ahead and say it because I'll tell you this: Regions has been good to me, especially about identity theft. But I sent them a complaint. They said I mean, we thank you for telling us this. We filed a formal complaint on your behalf. It's like, thank you. Because I'm going to wait until Saturday morning to go to a different branch to cash that money I'm trying to get. I told mom, she said, okay, that's not a problem. I can wait. But honestly, it just got ridiculous. And here's something else. When you're trying to, if you're on lunch, thank goodness I don't even do this. There are at least there's probably 30 restaurants in the area right around where I work. But I'm not going to go to any of them because I don't have the time. Because think about it, everybody else is going to lunch. They're all trying to get meals and such. By the time they get back, the lunch hour is practically over. Yeah, so that's why, lucky me, I bring my own lunch. Save a whole lot of trouble and money. Because think about it. I mean, I've seen some people eat out every day. The biggest problem is that will add up in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
That's why I
Some
do my
people
best.
can afford it.
Yeah, some people can afford it. I'm not one of them. And there may be places where I get, and me, of course, being dairy free and gluten free, I have to be really careful. One of my favorite places, which is not very far away, is Jersey Mike's. They've got great gluten free bread. They will cook yours to order. Like I ordered, I think it was a Philly cheesesteak. Asked for no cheese, got what I wanted, no cheese.
There you go.
So it's like that. That's some good customer service. And I go down to GT South. I just went on.
Be right back, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I go to GT South.
I can still hear you, but I need
That's
some
that, that's fine.
libation.
Okay, no problem. But I'll go to GT South. Customer service is always awesome. Something good about it. I order. I love to order. You know, Now this past Saturday, I decided to go something different. I went with chicken wings instead of the usual stuff your own burger.
Nice.
It was really good
Now,
too.
they make it the stuff your own burger. Do they make that like a Juicy Lucy, or is it just build
Um,
your own burger?
no, it's like a Juicy Lucy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's like you put three things in it. Like one time I'll put mushrooms, bell pepper, and jalapeno. I've actually done that. It's real good too, actually. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, and the best thing is, if I don't want a bun, they will actually have the option, no bun.
Good deal.
I mean, like I said, those are all the best things about customer service. It's all good all the time. Oh, and Frodo's back.
Hey, Frodo.
God damn you, and talking about Juicy Lucy's.
What, you don't like Juicy Lucy's?
That's not the problem, John.
Maybe he loves Juicy Lucy's and he's drooling. That's probably the opposite problem.
I told you that my latest attempt to
Yeah.
make them
Yes,
had one of
well,
them.
we just
Sorry, I missed what you said.
Oh, Frodo? Uh-oh, I think he
did
froze.
you hear me?
I
We
can hear
told
you
him,
now.
yeah, you froze
I
up.
said, all right, let's see if that helps a little bit. All right, so me and Sarah for supper tonight had 10-ounce burgers with barbecue sauce.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh, I love barbecue sauce.
Did you make them Juicy Lucy style or just
10-ounce burger
traditional?
patty about that big around.
Nice.
Just traditional for tonight, but one of these
Yeah.
nights I'm gonna make Juicy Lucy's when we
I
have
told.
cheese. But we
Yeah.
also had scallop potatoes.
Stuff 'em with cheese
All
and
right,
fries.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was gonna tell you my latest attempt at making Juicy Lucy's.
my computer's being stupid, I think, but
Oh, okay.
Sorry. My latest attempt had one of the patties almost looking like a reverse slider that fell apart.
could be
You know what I'm talking
worse.
That's true.
I tell you what makes me drool sometimes. You mentioned Logan's Roadhouse earlier.
Yeah.
You ever had the fried cheeseburger?
No.
It's basically a cheeseburger where the cheese is a fried cheese patty. It's basically like somebody tried to make a patty out of a mozzarella stick,
Okay.
and it is good. It's messy, but it is good.
I see nothing wrong with that. But yeah,
Yeah.
but I love this. I love the stuff your own burger option at GT South because they have some really funny ones. They have the boba feta, like feta cheese, and
What
they all
others they got?
yeah they also have the red shirt. Get it? Star shirt.
Nice.
I can't remember the
I
other ones
think
off
I
the top of
can
my head,
safely
but
say, if they're like those, I think I can safely say Bob Belcher would be proud.
yeah.
Oh, you want to know? Hey, do they still have the baby santarum potatoes,
Yes, they do.
or did they change out the menu on those?
No, they still got the baby Centaurans. Now, in case you're curious, it is a Doctor Who reference, and they are actually the potato wedges. They just call them baby Centaurans.
It
And
wasn't fries.
yeah, and I've actually had what
Yeah.
was it? Was it Tetris? It was Tetris fries. Yes, shaped like actual Tetris pieces.
Nice.
That is so cool.
Tetraminos. You got the
Tetraminos are
cheese
what
Yeah,
shape.
they're called.
Tetramino pieces, but they actually look like real Tetramino pieces. It's like that. It's like it so goes like I don't know if I
Come
want
on,
to eat
come
it or
on.
not.
I tell you what they ought to do if they get the stones.
Come here, princess.
You remember how on Bob's Burgers, Louise used to change the burger of the day to something she considered funny, but was inevitably incredibly crass?
What?
They ought to have what they ought to do if they got the stones for it is serve one of their burgers with whatever kind of candy they can resell and call it the child molester.
Oh.
Like I
Okay,
said, if they got the stones,
yeah.
it's
would
a very risky venture.
but no. One thought for me when it comes to good service is that if your service isn't good, you're not gonna see me ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That that's a fact, okay?
Yeah.
And there's other companies that I will not go to on my own principles. Will not get into that right now.
Yeah.
I think it was what restaurant was that I went to that I just was like, fuck you.
No
Oh,
idea, buddy.
we should tell them about that Kevin incident that we had at
Ooh, hot.
no,
Go
you
ahead, dude.
remember Who Hot?
Yeah, I remember the incident. You told me about it. I didn't see it, but I
That
know you did.
Kevin incident?
Frodo, you're garbling hard.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
were you, I'd pop out of the call for a minute to let, if you can, shut down your router for a minute and see if you
Yeah,
can.
I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back.
All
Okay.
right.
You know what?
To summarize it,
Arizona's having.
basically, while I was happily engrossed in my entree, Frodo, you guys know what the hoo hot is? Never heard of it.
Mm, I've heard of something similar. Can't
It's
say on
basically
Twitch.
it's okay. The Who Hot is a Mongolian grill in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Uh, Basically, a
Okay,
Mongolian
all right.
grill is where
Never
you make.
mind.
Yeah, I know what you probably thought it was, Janet. Anyway, the Who Hot is a Mongolian grill, and a Mongolian grill is a place where you basically build your own stir fry. You
I know what you're talking
put
about.
noodles, meat, fruit, vegetables, and sauce,
Hmm.
and they stir fry it into an entree for you.
Right. I've seen that
Here's the,
before.
yeah, it's originally the first Mongolian grill I ever went to was on the west side of my town. It was called the Genghis Grill, and that closed up. It basically reopened under the name Who Hot, spelled Hotel Uniform Space Hotel Oscar Tango,
Gotcha.
and opened up on the northeast side of town. And I've been patronizing it ever since.
Yeah.
Thing of it is, Frodo witnessed a Kevin incident involving a man who didn't want to wear a required face covering.
Ah.
Frodo, will you fill in the details that I left out?
Yep. How do I sound now?
You
You
sound
sound
perfect.
great.
All right. So we were at Who Hot, and they have a rule where if you're up at the grill, you have to have your mask on.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So I was up at the grill getting my stuff made. This dude next to me didn't have his mask on. I didn't say a word because it's not my business, right? The manager comes up, hands dude a mask really gently and says, "Can you please put that on?" Well, I'd like $100. You got that? Well, it's part of the rules to have the mask on. Well, I
Yeah.
don't want to put a mask on. Why do I have to? Because it's the rules. Right now, we're in a
Huh?
global health pandemic. We
Yeah.
kind of need people to keep others safe by wearing masks. So, dude gets mad. Him and his girlfriend, the woman looked like she was pissed off at him. But they both leave the restaurant without paying for a damn thing. And just, I'm sitting here like, really? Wearing a thin piece of paper over your face is too damn much to ask. Are you fucking serious?
They,
I hate to say it, but for some people it is.
Yeah, that's true, unfortunately.
But the service that they did there, I actually talked to the manager a little bit later, and John can attest to this. And basically, I said, dude, I'm sorry you got treated that way because you don't deserve it. You're just trying to hold up the rules as set forth by corporate and by your store. Honestly, dude, I think you handled that well.
Yeah.
Didn't I, John?
Yes, you did.
It,
And
it's just you have to remember the customer service has to be good on both sides. And
exactly.
me having done that on both sides before, you know, because I used to work in a Dollar Tree a long time ago. So I know what it's like on either side of the aisle. And it's like, both sides have to do it right. You can't have one company like, "Oh, I want to do this, blah blah blah." Sometimes it just gets
I know
ridiculous.
a restaurant that we like to go to called the Red Dragon,
Mm.
and they're the face masks which we wore, but and they also had plastic gloves at the end of each station.
Hmm?
I forgot to put them on a couple times. They didn't fuss about it, but there were a few people masks, but they were sitting at tables. But the rules are in place for a reason.
Yeah. Hmm. It's like,
And if we want the pandemic to end, abide by the mask rule.
yeah.
Or better
Uh,
yet, get vaccinated so that we don't need them.
True.
I already got my vaccinations, but I'm still respecting the mask rule.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing that really irritates me is people saying we don't need vaccines and we don't need masks. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Let them worry about it when they get sick.
Yeah, because look
Right.
That's
what.
my motto.
Yeah, because look what happened to Ted Nugent.
Oh, good point.
Okay, did he get the COVID?
Yes, he tested positive for COVID-19, and remember, for the past year, he'd been calling it a hoax, or you know.
And now he's changed his tune and saying, "Man, this is the most fucked up shit I've ever been exposed to. I can't even get out of bed anymore." Well, no duh, you dipshit motherfucker. You've been fucking politicizing that COVID is fake. COVID is fake. Fuck you. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Excuse me.
I
Well,
get I get
you know
irritated.
what? You know who didn't. You know who didn't help matters.
Well,
Didn't
let's
help
just not
matters when he was
mention
in
that right
office.
now.
Yeah.
But no.
That.
And that's all I'm going.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
you're
fine.
talking about Trump, aren't you?
Yeah, it's it.
I'm
No,
sorry,
I seem
but
to recall he originally wanted to put a migration embargo on China, possibly a sales embargo on them as well, because he wanted to curtail the spread of the virus, and he was booed for that.
Well,
he had the right idea and concept,
Right idea, wrong,
but
wrong
but
way.
but when it came to our shores, he really didn't do much about it. I mean, he even admitted on the phone to Bob Woodward, I think it was,
yeah.
that he's trying to downplay it to prevent mass panic amongst the people.
Yeah, it's just that the problem was at the time. Guess what? Guess where the hot spots were for COVID-19? Cruise ships.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh,
I got a
fuck
balance.
you, honey. God damn you.
That's
What
your
happened?
job, dude.
What happened?
Good question.
She just did the empty child comment.
And I did just a little
too well, too. From Doctor Who.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Get that fucking line out of my head.
Here, I'll hand her the headset,
Oh, God.
and she can do it to y'all, and you can all question her
Okay.
sanity.
Okay.
I blame him because we were listening to a best of from one of the doctors. And in the episode, there's basically a bunch of people in gas masks, and they go around asking, "Are you my mummy?"
I remember this.
Yeah.
And all because we watched the
Nanites
best
were
of. That fucking line is stuck in my head all week.
now, if I remember right, that was nanobots that found a kid in a gas mask looking for his mother in World War II London, and thought that's
Yes.
what every human should look.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's in a just like a different kind of mask, and he goes up to one of the dudes and he goes, "Are you my mummy?" And I'm like, "It's like, okay, let's go be stuck in my head now."
Which doctor?
I think that might have been either David Tennant or Christopher Eccles.
Okay.
I think it was
Eccleston?
Christopher Eccleston, yeah.
which doctor did the whole "Are you my mummy"?
It was Eccleston.
It was Eccleston.
Eccleston. Okay, thanks.
Yep. Just he's the Who expert, so
Okay.
I want to give you back.
It's still like the one that
I'm not a no who expert.
You know more than I do.
But no, she just had to bust that out while I'm sitting here, and I'm just like, God damn you. But no,
Sorry, I'm kind of like
I just want to say this to the people who view and listen to our show. Whether you be live, whether you be on YouTube, I don't give a shit. Okay? But I highly encourage everyone everyone to please get the vaccine when it's available for you.
Yeah.
I am honestly, I'm sick and tired of the masks. I really am. My ears hate it. I think my eye here is getting damaged from the mask. I don't know,
Well,
but I'm hating it.
me, I don't mind wearing it. The only catch is, you know how it gets hot and humid down here in the summer.
Yeah, and that's the problem I have with most of them.
Yeah,
I'll just say this in light
and
of
that's part of the problem then.
I'll just say this in light of Frodo's admonition, all you viewers out there. The sooner the majority of us get vaccinated, the sooner we're not required to wear masks like that in public facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, because even though
And
the mask mandate here in Alabama ended on the 9th, but a
Yeah.
couple of cities, I know Birmingham extended the city mandate. Montgomery here, we've extended the city mandate. I believe it's to May 24th. So,
I'm just gonna say this right now to everyone. This public health crisis could have been averted if people were smart and on day one when this shit started in America as quick as possible. If we didn't have so many people professionalizing that the virus was fake, that there was no virus, that it was no worse than the flu. Here's the problem. It is worse than the flu. SARS-CoV-2, which is what the virus is actually known as, has killed a lot of people. It was partially responsible for the death of our friend Tim. It was partially responsible. It was completely responsible for the death of our friend James's mom. Those are two very close hits to be on the airwaves. And I'm not saying that you don't have the right to your opinion, as you damn well do. I'm going to say if your damn opinion puts risk and other people at risk, maybe do us all a favor and cram your opinion up your rectum sideways, because you know we need to be we need to be all on the same page here.
I knew now
Did you
that,
laugh, Janet?
I'm
I
here.
don't know
I'm
what
here.
I'm doing.
but I'll tell you
What do
this
you mean?
much.
What happened?
I'll tell you this right now. I still haven't gotten vaccinated yet because I'll admit I'm a little leery. But here's my suggestion. I've heard of people saying they've had sore arms, a little fatigue. My suggestion is this: if this is possible, if you can get the vaccine on a Saturday, you can chill out for the weekend and you'd be okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Can you?
I'm
Nothing happened. It's
actually
just that I'm
getting the
fairly tired and just listening.
Yeah.
Janet, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but I got my first
You hear
shot on.
me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay. Go ahead, Frodo.
Well, this is starting to
about
sound like a
you?
scam call.
All right. I got I it was I got my first shot on a Saturday. I mean my second shot on a Tuesday. I'm a little bit nervous of that, but I'd much rather have the second shot in my system and then do whatever than not have the shot. And that's big part of that is because I don't want to wear the fucking masks anymore.
Oh, you just
I
see my
ran into
you just see
someone
my
today
mask
that I've known
collection.
for several years,
Wow.
and
all these are my masks. I got like one for every day now.
And how many do you... I'm almost surprised you don't... Never mind. Gonna shut my mouth before my mouth gets my ass in trouble.
Oh, come on. You can say it.
You know what you ought to do once the mask mandate is over? You ought to take 3 of those masks.
Uh-huh.
This is my first 4. I got 6 more. 6 more. These are the ones that need to be washed.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you ought to do, Shirley, is take at least 3 of those masks and make a bikini out of them.
And what?
Make a bikini. Make a bikini out of them.
Hello. I don't think our bodies
Hey,
can
Joker.
fit a bikini.
Hey, Ash.
How'd it go? Hi,
No,
Ashley.
I don't think she's really a bikini girl, but a bra definitely.
Good
Oh,
work.
bra's part of a bikini.
True.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right.
No, that's what
Okay, Jan. Oh. Be careful.
Well, hey, I wasn't showing any flesh. Okay?
I know, but still.
I think Ashley would look good in some interesting colored mask made bras.
Oh, look at her.
She's
I
blushing.
gotta see her reaction. Nice.
I don't embarrass more, Ashley or Mike.
Good question.
All right. Well, anyway, Mike, glad you could make it. We were worried about
man,
you.
how you been?
Stressed out. Sorry.
That's okay.
Can you talk about it on the air, or do you need to wait?
Let's wait.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
man.
fine. Not a problem.
Yours can wait too, John?
Actually,
Well, that actually depends on you guys. I don't want to set the wrong example because I don't want to treat my religion like a shopping center.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be kind of blasphemous. But I'll say this about that. I got a pastor who I'm not sure he'd do real well in customer service sometimes. I don't know. I'll tell you more about it off the air, guys. You can decide for yourselves whether or not it might be a good one shot for next Thursday.
Actually, John, I was gonna say it might actually be a pretty good thing to talk about because it is kind of interesting, and maybe we could throw a few thoughts around.
Okay. Why don't we discuss it after we're done here, and we'll see whether or not we want to do it next week.
Okay. Why not? Yeah, but anyway, let's see. I found something. What did I find? Let's see. 7 top reasons for bad customer service examples. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this will be the only link, and it's my turn to upload anyway, so it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna put it
Why
in.
do I have a feeling one of them is arriving to work drunk?
How about this? Arriving to work doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, you wouldn't stay long there depending on where you worked.
Yeah.
I was just having fun with that, everyone. Don't worry. This is one of my kitchen knives, one of my paring knives. Day late, dollar short, honey.
You're a day
Day late, dollar short.
You're a day late,
Again.
dollar short. Okay, I hope this works. All right, there's the link. I'm sorry, it's a
oh
long
boy.
link. All right.
She basically said they think I was crazy doing that.
Oh, nice. Oh, examples of bad customer service. I thought you said reasons, and I could imagine one of them is you show up to work drunk. You show up to work sleep deprived. You show up to work after a bad night No, if you're high, that would actually make you kind of calm, though it would make you spacey too.
You
Yeah.
show up to work high as a fucking kite on anything but marijuana.
Oh, I remember
You
some people
show up
showing
to
up,
work after a bad night with your girlfriend.
yeah, or in some cases showing up after a gambling binge and you're drunk.
Oh boy. This article actually defines bad customer service.
Yeah,
I always thought bad customer service was service that I, the customer, didn't like.
but bad customer service can actually be defined as when a business fails to meet the customer expectations in terms of service quality, response time, or overall customer experience. The factors
Sure
that have
thing,
a negative
Dr.
effect on
Phil.
customer service are inefficient support staff, lack of real time support, or unable to understand your customer needs.
Again, sure thing, Dr. Phil. I'm sorry. I watched him a lot in years past,
Oh,
and he
Doug.
would always show these definitions of things that you thought were basically common sense, and it was just bizarre to see them. What's the word I'm looking for? Quantified like that, quantified and limited like that.
Yeah, but it's like, let's see, the seven are fail to offer real time support. Customers expect real time responses. HubSpot research says 90% of customers rate immediate response as very important when they have queries. It means the response time of the
I'm gonna
channels you provide.
bounce you guys.
Okay, all right. It
See
means
you
the
later,
response time of
Frodo.
channels you provide should be reasonable. Here's a bad customer service example. A customer experience example of Frontier Airlines shows the importance of, let's see, what the heck is CX? Oh, well. The famous airline specifically failed to fulfill two core elements of customer service: compassion and communication. It shows that one instance of worst customer service failure can have serious consequences. Let's
Okay,
see.
where did you find the example? Because I'm
You scroll down just a little bit. Go past those three percentages. You see top reasons for bad customer
um,
service examples.
okay. Hold on. I see 56, 52, and 54. Those are the percentages.
Yeah, now go down
All
just a
right.
little bit. It says top reasons for bad
Okay,
customer
now I
service.
find it.
All right, cool. All right, but anyway, it also tell you how to fix it. Now we don't have a lot of time left, but the article's right there. You can look at it. It's fine. Let's see. Fail to resolve in the first touch point. One of the principles of customer service is a faster solution in the first contact point. When the customer issue is identified in the first contact, not only is the resolution faster, but the number of touch points is reduced. For identifying the problems in the first contact, visual engagement tools play a very important role. Gaining a visual understanding of the issue helps you offer concrete solution and improve customer satisfaction. And I'll give you a good example of that. When I was at work today, someone called me and he was asking um, about does someone know anything about plans that they had made for a certain area. Now, because I can't talk about it because confidentiality, which is fine. But he said I wasn't sure. I said, can you give me like a project number? And he provided the number, and it's like I still wasn't sure because I don't really know that kind of thing. It's like I'm gonna transfer you to someone who might be able to help you. That might be better. So that's the thing. If you're not sure, don't try to solve it yourself because that could actually make things worse. Best thing to do is find someone who probably has more knowledge on something like this. Now, let's see, inefficient customer support. I'll tell you this right now. Hotlines can have the same issue because hotline is like someone's calling for help, and sometimes some of these hotlines have nobody answering it, or they're rude, or they have no idea what they're talking about. Now it's like me. I called a hotline about 2 months ago. They answered the phone after two rings, and they stayed with me for about 30 minutes. I've got a friend who called the exact same hotline. Nobody answered.
Nice.
That is just strange because, like, how come they answered me but not her?
Don't know what to tell you.
But one thing I've learned about situations like this, they're understaffed, they're undertrained,
Yeah.
and sometimes I like they're not in the mood for it. It's like you've got to be careful who you get to volunteer on these things. In some cases, like when
Sad
you
but
volunteer,
true.
you don't get paid. Then
Yeah.
that can be part of the issue too. It's like I want to get paid. It's like uh, when you do volunteer work, it doesn't mean you're going to get paid. It's not paid. It's not a case of pay to play. But see the deal is, when some people think, oh, I'm going to volunteer, I get paid. Not all the time. Now, when I did volunteer to be a poll worker on November 3rd, I actually did get paid for that one.
Nice. Personally, I never have gone into volunteering expecting to get paid because I
Right.
was taught it's free labor.
Exactly.
So, who told these people otherwise? But part of me wants to do bad things to them.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that dreaded
Mhm.
word. Entitlement.
Well, it's not just, it's not entitlement per se, it's misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Somebody lied to them. Somewhere along the line, there was a miscommunication, and somebody got it in their head that it was paid. I think because people would occasionally, well, I'll give you an example. You volunteer for drug testing experiment trials, they'll generally pay you for your efforts.
Right.
They can afford to, but they'll generally do that. And people think, oh, it's paid work. Well, anytime I volunteer, I'll get paid. No, they're looking for volunteers because they can't afford to pay you.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, because see the problem nowadays, like Janet had a situation, what, the Walgreens, where kids were constantly quitting because they couldn't go to spring break or something, right?
What'd you say, Shirley?
Um, you know how
Again.
you said there was like a Walgreens where kids were constantly quitting because it's like, I want to
Oh,
go for spring break and
I Walgreens where my friend had to work so many hours because they hire these young kids who work for 2 weeks and then they quit because they have their fun at night. Their fun on the weekends. So
yeah,
they and my friend Lorraine, she would work 5 and 6 days straight, and she never got a full 40 hours.
yeah, that's ridiculous. But now I remember a very rude
Well,
experience at the Home Depot of all places. Usually we never have a problem, but we were trying to get red. I think, was it red mulch? Yeah, red mulch. And we got some help from this guy, but this guy was like so rude. It's
What do you
and
do?
Well, he was like, he basically, like, he would throw the bags onto the cart and so forth. It's almost like he didn't want to be there or something.
Sounds like you might have been mad at somebody. That'd be my
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, but it's like, when we get to the car, he puts everything in. He basically throws it in the car. He doesn't just take it and gently do it. And it's like, as much as I like Home Depot, because about 9 out of 10 times, I've never had a problem with anybody. This guy, like, what the hell's he doing there? Does he? And I would not be surprised if he probably did that to other people that day too.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
probably got
I
chewed
try my,
out by the boss.
yeah. If enough people complained about him, yeah, because it just it's just like, we're trying to go on, we're trying to enjoy, have a good experience, or we get the help we need and so forth. But there are some people that are rude. But like I said, it's on both sides of the aisle, not just, it's
Yeah.
not just the
You
cashiers and the waiters and waitresses. it's the people. They got to be good too, or they're turned into Kevins and Karens.
Yeah.
Which, which seeing all these, because I found something last year. From last year, there was a Mother's Day brawl at a Red Lobster.
Oi.
Yeah.
Was it between mothers or what?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. And this is actually from the New York Post. And it was a Mother's Day. It was a Mother's Day. All right, so a customer at a Red Lobster who was apparently fed up with
Tell me she threw a Karen tantrum.
Yeah. A customer at a Red Lobster who was apparently fed up with a 3-hour wait went berserk while demanding a refund and slapping an employee. Uh, Wild video shows. The unidentified woman is seen shouting for her money back while outside the seafood chain on Mother's Day in East York, Pennsylvania. Footage shot by a bystander shows an employee tossing the woman, who was not wearing a mask at the time, out of the restaurant. She tries to force her way back inside while screaming to get her mother, or I'll have to say it, her motherfucking money back, video shows. I want my money refunded, the woman says. You will get it, one employee replies, the video shows. The woman then curses out 2 employees holding her from getting back inside while again repeating that she wants a refund. Let me show my bill to get my refund, the woman repeats, prompting an employee to ask for her name. She then identifies herself before reaching around a male employee and slapping the face of a female worker, setting off a scrum outside the restaurant, video shows. The angry customer then claims she was the one who was attacked. I was assaulted and have the whole crowd to see it, the woman says. Police in Springettsbury Township responded to the restaurant and spoke to the employees involved. The York Daily reports. The woman in the video had already left, but cops caught up with her elsewhere, the newspaper reports. She was upset because her food wasn't ready. Lieutenant Tony Beam told the newspaper she wanted her money refunded. The Red Lobster was open only to employees at the time. No charges were filed in the incident, which remains under investigation. Now, like I said, this was last year, so I don't know what the update on it is. A restaurant spokeswoman, meanwhile, told the York Daily Record in a statement that some guests experienced long wait times on Mother's Day due to COVID-19, as well as staffing and operational changes. It is always our goal to provide our guests with great
What do you get
seafood
there,
experience.
Janet?
Yeah. It is always our goal to provide our guests with a great seafood experience, and unfortunately for some guests, we do not meet that goal on Sunday. The statement read, we are working to better understand what occurred and how we can prevent it occurring in the future. That said, we do not tolerate violence for any reason in our restaurants. The manager who was slapped by the irate customer knocking off her glasses was not hurt, according to the statement provided by Nicole Bott, Red Lobster's director of communications. But, but seriously, I mean, yeah, I mean, that was in May, so it's just as COVID-19 was really starting to, you know, make its way
How
across,
about
and
the
it was always
woman?
messing up.
How about the woman? And this went viral for quite a woman went to a McDonald's and demanded chicken nuggets before 10:30,
Uh-huh.
and the employee was trying to do polite customer service, saying, "We don't serve the nuggets till 10. I want my chicken nuggets, blah blah blah." I tried to go through the window to get at the employee.
Yeah,
Didn't get her goddamn chicken nuggets.
yeah,
Remember that one?
yes, I do. And I'll tell you this much: if it were a situation like me, it's like, could I order chicken nuggets? And it's like, it's not quite 10:30. Oh, I didn't realize it was too early. I'm sorry. That's what I would say, because it's like, I'm not gonna get upset at that, because it's like, if it's like 5 minutes before 10:30 and I'm not paying attention at the time, which sometimes I don't. Um, it's like, oh, I didn't realize that was too early. I am so sorry.
Why? To my knowledge, they will serve you a quarter pounder well before 10:30. They'll serve you a quarter pounder after midnight if they're open
Yeah,
24
because
hours.
McDonald's has that all day menu now, so
Good, good.
not too many other places do, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are times when customers are the bad ones. Sometimes the cashiers are the bad ones. Sometimes both sides are the bad ones. So,
Oh yeah.
but I will tell you something. I'll tell you something funny. My mother walked into the Goodwill. She didn't realize she forgot to put her mask on. Now, the employee of the cash register, she was able to flag down. She was able to flag down mom, and she just did, you know, this. And mom looks and realized she forgot to put her mask on. So it's like back to the car, get the mask on, no problem. Because usually, and then of course there was that time we were going, and mom was like, I can't find my mask. I can't find my mask. I said, Mom, you're
You're
wearing
wearing
it.
it. Nice.
And we both
Oh,
laughed.
I could top your mom by one.
Okay.
I could top your mom by one.
Okay.
Was it have you ever heard of Mervin's department store?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Mervin's department store, not too far from where I lived, and I'm frantically trying to find my glasses. Heck are my glasses? And this lady that was one aisle over from me says, "The top of your head." And I was so embarrassed because they were right up here.
Oh, I know
Nice.
how that feels. Yeah, it's like someone mentioned, like, I'm trying to find my phone, except I was talking on it. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It's a
bullshit.
What?
what?
We are not yet in your area. That's bullshit.
What is it?
Oh,
Your
the Carl's
internet's
Jr.
down.
We got one a few blocks away from us,
Oh.
Oh.
and we're not in your area yet.
For those of you who do not know, Carl's Jr. is the same thing as Hardee's. It's just called Carl's Jr. in different parts of the country.
And if you say brought to you by Carl's Jr., they'll pay you for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Hardee's near
No.
my house has now been closed down, and it was replaced by, I think it's called K&J Rib Shack. I really got to try that. I love ribs.
Mm.
I think for a little while in Iowa, we had a Carl's Jr.
No
There
idea, man.
was a Hardee's, I know that, but I think we had a Carl's Jr. too. But I don't know.
I haven't been to a Hardee's in years.
Me
I'm not sure how
neither.
much I miss it.
Last time
Yeah.
I've been to a Hardee's was to try out their beer battered onion rings, and boy, were they good.
Nice. Good to
Yeah.
taste the beer? Or?
No.
Well, usually when they cook the alcohol, basically.
Well, yeah, but you're not tasting the alcohol when you drink the beer unless you're a newbie
Yeah.
tasting the beer.
Well, me, if I probably take the first sip of beer, I'd be.
Well, that's because you're like me. You're probably kind of a noob to it.
Yeah. Because
That's
I'll
why I
take.
don't drink beer. When you have to dull your taste buds to
Oh, I've
enjoy it,
smelled. Have you smelled? You probably smelled beer
I
breath.
tried
Ugh.
thankfully, no.
I have. Oh my god. That makes me
You know
want
what's
to
worse than
puke.
beer breath?
What?
Beer farts.
Ooh.
My dad, when I was nearly grown, once drank some beer. He uses a CPAP. He
Ah.
once drank some beer and made the mistake of situating his CPAP intake at ass level. Three guesses what happened in the night.
Oh no.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
you.
Amen. Guys, it's 10 after.
Oh
You think we ought
my
to
God.
Go ahead,
call it quits
Janet.
and prepare for. Never mind.
Okay. Janet, want to say something?
He said his CPAP thing and it what?
At his
Repeat
down
what
in
you
the
just said,
down in
Bob.
the.
He set it on a bedside table that, relative to the length of his bed, was at the same level as his ass, and slept facing away from it, apparently.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Oh
think it's a good
God.
place to wrap this
We
up.
can tell each other
Yeah.
to the max, can't we?
Yes,
Yep.
we can.
All right. Well, anyway, of course, tomorrow night is our Friday Fun Day game du jour, which is Among Us. However, because it is Friday tomorrow, you know how busy it could get, and it could pose a issue. If it does, we'll go to trivia for backup. So hopefully,
What
but
about the bad weather that was coming through
um,
your?
I'm supposed to have bad weather, but that's not going to be until early Saturday morning, and then we're supposed to have another round by 4 p.m.
Nice.
So,
Hopefully, it'll be out of there before our
and by the way,
game du jour
I got
starts.
a shrimp boil Saturday.
Nice.
Got a what?
A shrimp boil.
She's gonna make jambalaya, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be at my neighbor's house, but it's like we had like a few months ago. I mean, the way he does the shrimp, ooh, it's so good.
It's a good thing to combine with a shrimp boil when you're in Alabama.
What's that?
A homemade sauna.
Yep.
Oh, you know what kind of sausage would go good
I've
in
had
that, Shirley?
I've had sausage
Pork.
with it.
Hanukkah.
Ooh,
Hanukkah.
I think that's what he
I know, but
uses.
Hanukkah.
I know.
Hanukkah.
I think that's what he uses. So, all right. So anyway, I'm gonna go play the 10-second ending here. Of course, attention to one kind of got a little off track, but you know what? Who cares?
Oh yeah.
Well, we discussed all we could, and
Yeah.
And then
hey,
some.
you didn't want to.
I may bring up what happened to me tonight next Thursday. I may. I do want Frodo to hear about it before we make any decisions, but
Good idea. All right. So anyway, I am going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. Season finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
we need to watch that, Ash.
I'm gonna be watching about 3, 4 in the morning tomorrow. All right. All right. So anyway, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow for our Friday Fun Day game du jour. Among Us with trivia as the backup. So good night, everybody.